Ideally, you want an NVIDIA GPU with at least 8 gigabytes of VRAM. If you have less than that, yeah, that's not going to work too well. But if you've got 8 gigabytes or more, you're good. No need to worry about running models like Flux or WAN 2.2 for video generation, thanks to GGUF. I was about to drop that jargon on you and move on, but alright, let's explain it. GGUF basically takes an AI model and compresses it so it uses less VRAM. You might lose a little quality though. Windows is the most common and recommended operating system. If you've got this, you're good. Just hang tight for the installation section. You've got options. If you're on Mac OS, you can definitely get Comfy running, but your Mac might sound like a rocket ship taking off for 5 minutes just to make one image that still has extra fingers. And hey, if you just want to generate some spicy images, tasteful art, you can handle SD 1.5 or SDXL just fine. The point is, don't throw away your Mac for a 5090 just yet.
Trash.
If you're on Linux, I'm not even gonna go there. Just search ComfyUI GitHub on Google. Here's the page, there you go. If you're using Linux, you probably don't need this video. So you're on Windows, you've got an NVIDIA GPU with at least 8 gigabytes of VRAM. Congratulations. You're about to enter the world of local AI generation. No subscriptions for credits, no paywalls unless you go to someone's Patreon. Let's pretend I don't have one. And no censorship, even if maybe there should be some. Just a little, but no. The shortest path to generating? Download ComfyUI Desktop. Search ComfyUI Desktop, click Download for Windows. Or if you're on Mac with an M-series chip, good news, your button is there too. ComfyUI Desktop basically feels like a real app. You install it through a wizard, double-click the Comfy icon to open. Everything is handled for you. No terminal trauma. You can also install the portable version from the ComfyUI GitHub page. It's called portable because it's self-contained. You can move it between drives or run it from a USB stick if you're a maniac, but you'll have to double-click a batch file to start it like a caveman. You'll also need to manually install ComfyUI Manager, which is basically required at this point. Portable gets updates faster, but let me tell you a story. You're using your favorite custom node. Life is good. Then you update Comfy. Why not? Now your node is broken. You update the node, hoping the creator fixed it at 3 a.m. in his underwear before they even had coffee. But it's still broken. They're crying. You don't know what to do. The creator probably wakes up to 12 GitHub issues. Life isn't great anymore. After years and years, the node is finally fixed. Or just 2 days. Life is back to normal. But you've already moved on. You can't risk being hurt by that node again. Moral of the story, just use ComfyUI Desktop. It updates later, which means by the time you get the update, node creators have already fixed their stuff. And don't worry, when a new model drops, ComfyUI fast-tracks updates to desktop too. So you're never waiting longer than portable users anyway. If you're dead set on using portable, you have to install the manager yourself. Search ComfyUI Manager. The GitHub page shows how to install it, but I do not approve. Quick heads up, because if you don't know this, you might end up smashing your keyboard. When you install ComfyUI Desktop and pick a location, it might drop a ComfyUI folder there with stuff like locales, resources, and a ton of other random files. That folder is important for the app, but it's not the one you use for installing models or custom nodes, and it doesn't even have the venv folder. If this doesn't happen, ignore everything I just said and enjoy being one of the chosen ones. If this does happen, the folder you actually use day-to-day will be in your documents. That'd be under Users, your username, Documents, ComfyUI. So if you follow one of my guides and I say, go to your ComfyUI folder with the venv, and you open a folder and only see a bunch of chaos with no venv folder, don't smash your keyboard, just check your Documents folder. If you're on AMD, just kidding, you can do it, but it might take some elbow grease. I can't promise that you won't cry into your GPU wishing you'd gone NVIDIA. There's a fork of ComfyUI on GitHub called ComfyUI ZLUDA. It lets Comfy run on AMD GPUs, and every time I check, it's been updated like 5 minutes ago. So whoever's maintaining it is grinding hard. There's also an experimental portable for AMD GPUs link on the official ComfyUI GitHub page. It's just there. If you try that and it sends an alert to NVIDIA and your GPU gets shot down, then maybe move to ZLUDA. Or hop into the Discord, link in the pinned comment, and I'll fight through it with you. If enough people are struggling, I'll probably end up making a video about it. Finally, there's the manual install method. You clone the repo in your terminal, pray the last commit didn't break ComfyUI into a million pieces, pip install requirements, etc. Most people don't need to do this, so I won't get into it, but the instructions are on the ComfyUI GitHub page. All right, you've got ComfyUI installed. If not, drop a rage comment below, and I'll wake up from a coma to help you. I promise. When you first open Comfy, the default workflow might pop up. It kind of follows you around like a stray dog. The checkpoint it uses is for SD 1.5 base, which is ancient. People look at it now like, no way humans made this, it had to be aliens. When I first started, I used that and almost quit. I was like, AI still sucks, but nah, it should show a pop-up with templates. If not, click the C logo in the top left and browse templates. You'll see a goldmine of workflows. Everything you could ever want, right? Right? Wrong. Remember when I mentioned GGUF? That it squashes down a model to take less VRAM? Well, ComfyUI by default doesn't have a GGUF node out of their 10 million nodes, which is wild, because if you have less than 16 gigabytes of VRAM and never get out of memory errors, then NVIDIA is gonna hunt you down and silence you. So here's what we're gonna do. I have 2 free workflows on my Patreon. Yes, free, so relax. They're perfect starting points for learning ComfyUI, and if you've made it this far, you'll probably benefit from them. One for SDXL, and one for Flux. Let's focus on Flux. Here's my Flux Level 1 workflow. Before you freak out and leave a Reddit comment about how complicated ComfyUI looks, it's really not that bad. I even made a little guide called Noodletron, who walks you through step by step without forcing you to read a wall of text. Now check this out. See these GGUF nodes? Those are necessary for anyone with 12 gigabytes of VRAM or less. Now compare that to Comfy's default template. Go to Browse Templates, Flux Dev FP8. This is it. It even starts with a checkpoint node. And that's not a good thing because it means you're duplicating the clip and VAE for every single Flux model, even though they're identical. And trust me, there are a lot of Flux models. Dev, Schnell, Fill, Depth, Canny. Now look at this. You have to manually type in resolutions here, and that gets old real fast. Now switch back to my workflow and check out the Flux Empty Latent Image MXD node. All the best Flux resolutions are built in. Plus, there's even a vertical toggle. Flux Level 2 is free as well. It adds Inpainting, Outpainting, ADetailer, and advanced upscale tools right out of the box. Plus, there is a full download guide that walks you through everything you need for your system. And before anyone says it, I'm not hating on Comfy. I love Comfy. It's just that Flux isn't new anymore, and neither is the default template for it. Now, before we wrap up, let's peek at SDXL. In Browse Templates, search SDXL and pick SDXL Simple. Okay, not bad, but here's what it's missing. No mention of Civet AI models, only uses the base SDXL, aka the weakest version. Fine-tunes on Civet AI destroy it. No LoRa's. And there's a LoRa for literally everything now. Still using the refiner, which everyone dropped after day 1. No inpainting, image-to-image, upscaling, or ADetailer. Basically, all the fun stuff is gone. No shade to Comfy though, they're doing the hardcore coding wizardry. They just leave workflow creation to the community, which is kind of the point. Now compare that to my SDXL workflow. Text to image, image to image, upscaling, even image to text, because why not? And that's just level 1. Level 2 adds ADetailer, inpainting, and better upscaling, plus a full download guide that walks you through everything. Bottom line, the only thing standing between you and my Flux and SDXL workflows is a free Patreon login screen. So go grab the workflows for free. And again, if you run into any trouble, or you just want to show off that you generated an image with the correct number of fingers, join the Discord. Link is in the pinned comment. I'll see you in there. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoy AI-related content, and stay tuned for the next video.